Yeah, but this isn't quite the same. Although you have a lightsaber or something, and you are a knight, kind of Jedi knight, with instead of the Force you have a cannon implemented into your suit or arm. It's kind of funny how they all don't give a shit about, yeah, it's technology and we are knights and they are aliens and they use ships and we use, you know, shields and swords and magic, and yeah, it's cool. It's cool. I don't mind. Well, there's no problem in that. They are pretty awesome in that regard, that they just don't give a shit. Now we're actually helping them. Oh, new enemies, and these are tougher enemies. They are called the Pincher Bugbots. I'll take a crystal now, because they do a little bit more damage, and we'll use our freeze ray, and as you can see it doesn't do that much damage to the Pincher Bugbots. But we can take him down. Yeah, 60 experience and 100 gold, and an energy crystal. 300 gold pieces for us, and the next Pincher Bugbot. Because some enemies, especially the harder ones, do drop an energy crystal right after battle, which is kinda useful if you think about it, because otherwise you would always have to go back to town and buy new energy crystals, which does work in other games as well. How many games do you have where you have to run back to the hometown to stock up on health potions or potions in general? Never 300 gold for us, so therefore... But you kinda tend to always use one energy crystal in the battle against these Pincher Bugbots anyway because of your cannon. So you kinda get it right back after the battle, after you've won the battle, so you don't lose one energy crystal. So you can continue battling without having to run back, because the ways here are a little bit longer than in other games, and you don't have a teleport spell like in other games, where you could just teleport yourself back to the home city or next city, or any other city like in the Might and Magic series, where you just had to enter a specific word to get back to a specific town. And we really do get a lot of money out of these guys. And freeze raid them to death. There are a lot of more cannon attachments in this game, but we'll see them later. I also thought about making a let's play of Whale's Voyage 2, which Kiko made one of Whale's Voyage 1. He made a let's play of Whale's Voyage 1. And as far as I recall, 2 isn't that good, or at least it's different. It's kind of the same. The funny thing about Whale's Voyage 2 is that that your characters from the first one can be imported, and that they actually have aged. They're kind of now old people in the second installment of the Whale's Voyage series, and that's kind of funny to play with old people, old granddads, and because most of the time you always play young, fresh, new guys. But in that game you're kind of playing the old bunch, which is really funny. I found that not so good as I was younger, but now I appreciate it more. Okay, now on level 4, and yeah, we killed all the Pincher Bugbots here. And what else can we do? Yeah, we can take on these Stink Bugbots for now. Because what else are we gonna do anyway? If not grinding and leveling up like crazy. Bugbots, Bugbots! We must use a stink attack, which is interesting because the Winged Warrior suit must be, you know, closed and not let anything in, or else he would die, so therefore the Stink Bugbots stinking shouldn't affect him at all. So it's kind of useless to have him any smelling attack. I remember one enemy of He-Man was some Stinkor, I guess he was called, in German at least. I don't know if it's the same in English. Stinkor. That was an enemy of He-Man who was... his only power was to stink. Yeah, that's pretty much it. He was some kind of, skunk. A skunk in human form, which was only capable of stinking everything. It was rather effective, as I recall, but as soon as we put on masks, gas masks, he was done for. So sting attacks don't always work. It's kind of annoying at best, but it doesn't actually guarantee an advantage over the enemy if he has the ability to close his nose somehow. Stink bugbots. What are you thinking, aliens? What are you thinking? But these don't seem to be the alien emperor's grunts or main force of attack. They just seem to be mutated alien life forms. Lady bugbots. We're running kind of low on health. I use my cannon. Yeah, I have to. Oh, please don't let me die. Thank you. Okay, I was low on health, although I could have used another... cannon attack, plasma blaster, which is not that not that effective. In the later stages of the game, you actually don't need to use any of the weaker arm blasts anymore, but only the strongest you've available at the time. Okay, we're slowly clearing out this bridge. Soon we'll have them all. And we're level 5. Hit points and cannon power have increased. 100 gold pieces, we'll take that. Put it into our bags. Yeah, the reason I like this game still is because at the beginning you're actually still on the fantasy planet of the Winged Warrior series and do look like the original Winged Warrior at the end of the first one. The third one, I don't know if you actually somehow get back to the fantasy planet again, but you start out right from the beginning of the alien planet, and I don't know if you... Yeah, it just seems to be science fiction from there on, and yeah, it has to be at least somehow medieval or fantasy-like to keep me interested. Yeah. So I still don't know if I'm gonna play it free or not. I haven't played it yet, and don't know if I will. It doesn't seem so interesting to me after all. But perhaps for completion, I played all the other games, every Winged Warrior that there was. So why not complete that as well? But it seems a little bit more complicated than this one, because you actually have different kinds of health potions and stuff. So that you, yeah, one potion for healing up, one potion for increasing your cannon power again. I have one crystal left. And one for your magic. You actually do have magic back in that third installment, which is nice, but it complicates things a little bit more, and I don't think of the Winged Warrior series as something complicated actually. As you can see, it's just battling and fighting and, yeah, grinding and leveling up, and not much else to it, if you ask me. Oh, we haven't saved in a while. It could bite me in the arse later. But for now, let's beat up bugbots. And after we have cleared this bridge, we will never ever see these lady bugbots again. Isn't that wonderful? Okay, I cleared this out. And this. Doesn't seem to be anything left here. Okay, we cleared the whole bridge. We did it, finally. That was it. So how much gold do we have now? 6,010. We'll just buy some new attachment, the Electro Cannon, for 2,000 gold pieces. And we could buy the next Heat Ray for 2,500 gold pieces, which we will also buy.